This is one area where the government has called much more than our expectation, in that the book ratio is 1-to-1 to the student. Although at the lower classes, the books are starting to wear out, and they need maybe urgent replacement. Mr. Speaker, on the matter of broad-based, unlike what we were told yesterday that the broad-based was formed and 4 professionals came. I really want to say that 4 Kenyans came, because Kenya is not short of any professionals. On fertilizer, this is an area that has really helped this country to maintain food security throughout the year. And in this case, I am told, and I have also seen it, that when I visited Busia some time ago, like 3 weeks ago, food was not crossing from Uganda to Kenya, but Kenyan food was crossing also to Uganda. This is as a result of subsidized fertilizer, and it has made food security in this country possible, and even possible for us to export outside our borders. On the matter of reasoning, that our president is a listening president, I would want to say that listening itself is an art, in which it is not only learned in class, but it is a matter of character development. And I would want to say that our president listens until you exhaust what you really wanted to tell him. In this case, I want to encourage him to continue being such a wonderful listening president. We have much more to learn from him. On the matter of democratic space, this is a very wonderful area, and that is why we have investors not running away from Kenya, even when there is unnecessary noise in our country about this and that. But because we know it is democracy, and our visitors and our partners know we have a democracy, they have been able to tolerate and observe how we can do with our democratic space. However, on this matter, Mr. Speaker, I would want to say that anybody, although we have a democratic space in our country, those who are exercising the same must also exercise it with a lot of caution and a lot of goodwill to other Kenyans. We can get to a point where we exercise democracy, and at the same time we risk the security of our nation. On my last point, that's the job creation in and outside the country, Mr. Speaker, I would wish that this parliament asked to witness all those students, all those workers who have gotten opportunities outside Kenya. It would be such a good gesture if, like our members of parliament, escort those going to the country, and in that case, it will be a witness to the whole nation and outside our country that it is happening, and it has happened. Mr. Speaker, I really want to emphasize the need also for Adani. When we say about Adani, and this parliament needs...
Your time is up. Elizabeth Kailemia.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker, for giving me this opportunity to be able to talk on this speech by our President. The President's statement reflects a multifaceted approach addressing corruption, gender-based violence, economic stability through inflation control, educational empowerment via teacher hiring and healthcare accessibility through SHA initiatives. The President has made commitment to address corruption, particularly targeting leaders involved in malpracticing or misappropriating public funds. The focus on corruption is critical as it undermines public trust and diverts resources meant for development. The President's stance indicates a willingness to confront powerful critics and hold them accountable, which is essential for restoring integrity in governance. About femicide, the alarming rise in femicide or the killing of women based on their gender has prompted the President to pledge decisive action against perpetrators. The reference to the 16 days of activism campaign highlights an international effort aimed at raising awareness about gender-based violence and advocating for women's rights. This initiative seeks to mobilize communities and governments to take concrete steps towards preventing violence against women and ensuring justice for victims. The President's commitment suggests an acknowledgement of the severity of this issue and a determination to implement policies that protect women. On inflation, in addressing inflation, the President claims that there has been a decrease in the prices of basic commodities since he took office. This assertion is significant to inflation, directly impacting the cost of living and economic stability. A reduction in inflation can indicate effective economic management and policies that support consumer purchasing power. However, it is a crucial analysis to analyze economic data from credible sources to verify these claims, as inflation rates can be influenced by various factors, including supply chain dynamics, government policy changes, and global market trends. On education, I want to applaud the President on the ongoing commitment to hiring teachers, reflects on understanding of the importance of education in national development by emphasizing empowerment through education. The administration aims to enhance teaching quality and accessibility. This initiative could lead to improved education outcomes, which are vital for fostering an acknowledgeable workforce capable of contributing to economic growth. On health insurance. The social health insurance (SHA) programs offers numerous benefits aimed at providing universal health coverage. By encouraging registration in SHA, individuals gain access to essential health services without facing financial hardship due to medical expenses. The emphasis on universal health care aligns with global health goals aimed at ensuring that all individuals have access to necessary health services without suffering financial difficulty.
Samuel Moroto.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker, for also giving me time to air what I have. I want to sincerely thank the President, him as a person, because I've known him for a long time and we've worked with him. He's a guy who is out to see to it that human beings, especially those Kenyans are here, are benefiting and they're improving in their lifestyle. But, Mr. Speaker, I have a problem with those people who are supposed to assist him to reach those objectives that Kenyans are after, and saying to see that they realize the good things from the president. For example, you've mentioned about the coffee in Trans Nzoia. But if you see what is happening now in Trans Nzoia, especially on the land issue, there is a lot of corruption cartels from the Ministry of Land themselves, selling out day and night. And I don't know where they're getting some title deeds given to people. Mr. Speaker, and yet there are officials, those people who are earning the taxes given by the Kenyans, and they're not seeing that. I think we need also to ask the president to deal with these people here. There are many other Kenyans who are sincere and wish to work and help Kenyans in Kenya. Like now, the way you are working, Mr. Speaker, and your team in this parliament. There was a time when members of this parliament, honorable members, were fighting, even from here. But from the time you and your team, you see now everything is just running smoothly. People can stay up to midnight without any problem because of leadership, not any other thing. So, Mr. Speaker, I just want to wish that all the committees, especially the chairs and the leadership of this house, especially those who are closer to the president, let us be bold enough and tell the president he has to get rid of these people here and get the right people who can work. I don't say that all the CSS, all the PSS are weak. There are those who are really working hard, like the team of security. You see now even some of us in the North Rift. There's peace. People work day and night without problems because of those people who are there. Because they go to the people and people assist them. That here is a problem, that corner has a problem, this other place is good, and things move. So the president has to see to it that those who are with him, because he's just talking, like now what we are reading, when the speech I've read from the first page to the last, it's really smart, but the fruits that will come from there, nothing. So, Mr. Speaker, I want to stop there. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and I want to thank you for giving me this opportunity to contribute to the State of the National Address speech by the President, which is a constitutional requirement for him to come back to come and address the nation on issues that affect this country. Mr. Speaker, I would like to say the President for sure addressed many issues of concern to this country and to the people of this country. And many of those issues were based on hope. The fact that we have been having a very difficult time during the last 2 years of his governance and leadership. Mr. Speaker, the President, in addressing the nation, addressed very fundamental issues of concern to our people and our country. And one of the issues that he's raised was the issue of the improvement of our economy, the cost of living, and we witness as a country that there is improvement on the issue of our economy. The fact that the prices of fuel and dollar have come down, the issue of the cost of living in terms of food production, the prices of food and commodities coming down. All indicators, economic indicators, show that this country is heading towards the right direction. And this is as a result of the policies and the foundation the President has laid since he took over office. We all know as leaders and as people of this country that this country was doing very badly when this President took office. And now all indicators are that the country is taking a very good direction. And hopefully by the end of this term of 5 years, we'll have this direction we have taken. Will go that way, that direction we have taken. Mr. Speaker, on the issue of affordable housing, share and shift, we all know for the last 20 years, the previous two presidents have tried taking this issue head on. It was all in manifestos for the last 20 years for every president who was contesting, that they will be implementing affordable housing programs, they will be changing to universal health care program, and they were unable to take on that. They were unable to take a strong position and decision on this. I want to thank the President of the Republic of Kenya, Dr. William Ruto, for taking it head on and showing leadership and being a very strong leader in taking a strong position on these two issues. We all know that there was a lot of fight against the implementation of these two programs, affordable housing and universal health coverage. Mr. Speaker, as I speak, for the first time we have about 1,100 housing units in my constituency since independence that have been undertaken by the national government. So it has taken off. SHA and SHIF has also taken off. As we report today, there are more than 70,000 people from Garissa County who are registered as members of SHIF and SHA. Mr. Speaker, 7 million more Kenyans have joined this program and we are getting good testimonies from them that the program is working. Had he gone back on to that decision he had made of implementing this program, then this thing will not have taken off. And I hope that this country will not let down the president and the people of Kenya, the very poor people who are benefiting from these two programs. Mr. Speaker, there is another issue that President talked about, and that is the issue of corruption in this country. Corruption in this country, Mr. Speaker, is a national threat, a security threat for us. And unless we address it as people of this country, it cannot be handled by the president or the executive or this parliament. It's a national cancer that we are all aware of, and we must all play our part in ensuring that we fight this thing. The other issue is the issue of judicial extrajudicial killing, abduction, which is a very big problem for us, those of us who are from the northern part of this country. Mr. Speaker, this issue of extrajudicial killing and abduction is very rampant in our region, and I hope the security agencies of this country have heard the position the president has taken on this issue, and there shall be no more abductions and killing of our people. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Ivo Bara. Ivo Bara.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. Apologies. I was engaged with my sister here on another matter, but nevertheless, I also want to stand and add my voice to the presidential speech that was on last week, the 21st. Mr. Speaker, let me not repeat what many people have said, but what stuck out for me mainly was the cancellation of the Adani contracts for the airport and the Ketraco. Mr. Speaker, this is a matter that has been going on for a long time, and the displeasure of the Kenyans about this contract. I am happy that he was able to listen to the ground and go back to the drawing board so that at the end of the day, we carry out projects that are in the interest of the people and that the people also have confidence in. Mr. Speaker, secondly, I was happy that he was able to raise the issue of the 2/3 gender rule. Mr. Speaker, this has been going on from the time we got the new constitution, which is no longer new, and I hope that this time he will be the one to deliver this come the next parliament. Mr. Speaker, I believe that we should be deliberate to come out with strategies that are going to make us realize this if all the parties get together and agree on a formula. And I know that we have discussed several formulas with the women leaders in this house and outside this house. And once we put our heads together again on how we will deliver this come 2027, Mr. Speaker, this will be something that our president will be remembered for. Mr. Speaker, I was happy that he was also able to address the issue of gender-based violence. Mr. Speaker, it has become alarming in this country. What has been going on, particularly women, young girls and women being killed out of relationships of people who are supposed to take care of them. Mr. Speaker, as much as we were saying that the men or the boys should be mentored to know how to manage their emotions and how they can take care under those situations. It is also a lesson to our women, Mr. Speaker, to our girls, Mr. Speaker. Shortcuts in life.